and blessings, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Chopping It Up in the Lab with your host, the Chocolate Chef. Yeah, that would be me. I am coming to you all today with another phenomenal show. This week, we're going to do something a little different. We've been having a lot of chefs on, and I told y'all, or I'm going to tell y'all. I'll tell y'all in a minute. So basically, this show, for those of you all who are new and this is your first time watching this show or seeing this show on YouTube, yes, we are streaming live on YouTube, on Facebook, and eventually we're going to share it to Instagram. Yep, eventually. We don't know when, but yeah. So this show is a culinary talk show, not a cooking show. I got to get that straight. Let's get the language straight. This is a culinary talk show. And we feature chefs, restaurant owners, farmers, bakers, and passionate foodies like yourself. Because I know if you're watching, you like food, right? Yeah. I hope you like to cook too. So a little bit about me. Again, I am your one and only host, the Chocolate Chef. My name is actually April Muhammad, affectionately known as the Chocolate Chef. And I am an educator, a life skills coach, a food sports competitor, and I've been in the business 20 plus years. So I know a little something, just a little something. My passion is more not in the cooking part so much, but more in the educational part. So I like to teach people how to cook. I guess that's how you could say that. So if this is your first time, I like to talk to my first time people because we're new. This is like the 7th or 8th show. And, the show is still growing and I'm super excited about that. So if you're new, we always do something about fun food facts. Again, I said this is an educational show as well. Informative. I think that's the better word. So last week we taught our fun food fact was about sliced bread. And we learned that when we're choosing bread, in the US, especially when it says wheat bread, we want to make sure we read the label and it says whole, the word whole wheat, because if you're not getting whole wheat, you're really not getting wheat bread. It's not real. Okay, so this week's fun food fact, I did this because of my guest. Yes, I did. It's about honey and the bees. Yes, because we can't even talk about food without talking about these bees. Now, this fun food fact, there are 20,000 species of bees on Earth, and only a small fraction of them make honey. It's only 7 known honeybee species. Didn't know that, and I took a little beekeeping class, okay? There is a type of wasp. Now, this got me right here. There is a type of wasp which also makes honey. The Mexican honey wasp produces large amounts of honey, but some of their honey production can be poisonous due to the flowers from which they feed from. So just don't go eat wasp honey. That's I wouldn't. Okay. When sealed in an airtight container, honey is one of the few foods known to have an internal shelf life. Okay. That means it can last forever on the shelf. So they say. On average, a honeybee produces 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey over the course of his life. Poor baby. Oh, that poor little honey. He pooping out 1/12 of his life. Because y'all know that's what honey is, right? Bee poop. Okay. Honey's depth of flavor is determined by the source of nectar it was made from. Bees in the Southeast, where we live here, Alabama, Georgia, all that good stuff, have been known to make honey that's deep purple in color. Now, I need to find me some purple honey. If y'all know what some purple honey is, and I'm going to ask my guests about that, I want to taste this purple honey. Because the scientists don't even know why it's purple here in the Southeast. Okay. So to produce a single pound of honey, and speaking of single pound, this right here, I'm kind of giving away something from my guest, but I think this is an 8 ounce. I have to ask my guest. I bought it from her. This is an 8 ounce thing of honey, I believe. So just imagine a single hive doing just a pound of honey. A colony of bees must collect nectar from about 2 million flowers, and they also need honey to survive on during the wintertime. I did learn that in my beekeeping class, y'all. I did learn that. So I hope, and I know I put this up here. I don't know if y'all got the opportunity to see it. This is my honey. Now I bought this post COVID. And I've been using, I bought a couple of them. I was trying to buy her out at the time, and I need to, and she said, this is my last stock of honey. And I had to hurry up and get that. And I'm sure she has some more, but this stuff is amazing. And we're going to get into that. So let's talk about our guest a little bit. Let's read a little bit about her bio. South African native Nklanka Jones is a graduate of Miles College with a BS in mass communication because she know how to talk. And now I guess she's talking to bees too. She's talking to farm animals, everybody. She worked for CBS 42. She works for Fox 6 and Urban Ministries. Before coming to America, Nklanka Jones was also a reporter for several local newspapers in South Africa. Growing up in a rural area in South Africa where growing your own food was common, like it is here in Alabama, it used to be in the 80s, farming quickly became a part of Nklanka's life at a very early age. She is currently the co-founder of Greenlight Perry. In addition to serving as the market manager at Birmingham Central. And she is actively passing her agriculture skills down to her 3 sons. And I bear witness because she's a homeschooler too. That's another cool thing about her. But with further ado, I want to bring up my sister Nklanka. Peace and blessings. Hey, how's it going? Good. Look, we got to tell the people. Let's be real with the people. Y'all, come on now. Listen, I'm going to just go. I got to tell y'all. I called her just a few minutes ago, maybe about 20 minutes, if that. Sister Nklanka, would you like to tell them what you were doing?
I had such a busy day. I left the house at 5 o'clock this morning to go to Tuskegee, pick up sheep, and I had to take a hen with me because I was going to go exchange that hen in Greene County and get a rooster. See. So I've been on the road since 5 o'clock this morning, and I just got home when you called me to remind me, hey. And when you called me, I was like, hold on, I need to go get these sheep off the back of my truck and this rooster, so give me a minute.
She said, yes, I'm unloading sheep and chickens. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? We got a show to do. Hilarious. But that's the real life of Nklanka Jones. So, Sister Nklanka.
Yes.
Yeah, I see you got your tea. I love it. I'm so happy. Get in
that.
Yeah, what they say? Yes. Go ask your father. No, that's right. And they act like they don't have another parent in that. Okay.
We're gonna leave that alone. That's another show altogether.
Okay. So we read your bio, but I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit more about who you are and what you do.
Oh my God. Which part of what I do?
I know, right? I know.
So I have so many hobbies. I keep myself very busy. I don't easily get bored. I do so much.
Is that a Zulu thing, or that's just
it's just an Atlanta thing because not all my siblings are like that.
Okay.
Not all my siblings are like that. So I do sewing. I do before I came here, besides working on a reporter, I had a business where we did screen printing. So we would do contract with football teams and print their logos and the numbers, the names.
This was in South Africa?
That's what you did?
Oh, awesome.
South Africa. So besides writing for 3 newspapers, and then I did screen printing, and I took a 1-year class of sewing, dressmaking. So making patterns and then making clothes.
So if y'all
always have to garden. My husband have to take me out an apartment because I have plants all over in everybody's front yard. And telling kids what can they eat, what they cannot eat, what they need to water and leave it alone. So he had to take me back to the country.
Oh my god!
And
Yeah, look, I
yeah,
remember that. I remember you because you guys just moved there, and I remember you was talking about the neighbors and your chickens that y'all just took over your
well,
neighborhood.
girl, let me tell you, my neighbors, I know they had a block party when I moved, but I don't know because I had bees. So I got
Oh
in
yeah.
trouble. I had bees, and my bees have grown. I had 30 beehives in my big yard.
Hold up, stop right there. So going back to your beehive with your company, tell us about your company. What's the name of your company? And is that just for the bees? Is that just about bees?
So it's green light apiary.
Okay.
So green light apiary is everything about anything that have to do with honey. So of course I
Mm,
do sell honey. I sell beeswax. So right now I'm about to have time on my hand and I have a lot of beeswax. So I'm gonna be making candles. And
oh.
I make honey soap.
I put that on the little promo. And she did some phenomenal. She also worked with Black Star Academy a couple of years back, and we did a beekeeping class, and the students there made some lip balm. And I
Some
promise
lip
you, to this
balms, yeah.
day, my son, they harvest the honey, and we had a little beehive. I know I'm gonna ask you about the Black Star Beehive. I don't even know about it, but we need to check up on the Black Star Beehive. But we made I think we did the lip balm, but my son says to this day that's the best lip
Oh,
balm that he's had, and my daughter. So we keep a little one or two, and it's still good. It's still real good. And that's about two
does you
years.
remember the recipe because I did share the recipe with okay.
No, he
But
does.
so I do the lip balm. So anything that have to do with beeswax and honey, any honey products, any products that comes off honey and beeswax. So I do those when I have a downtown. Let me see what
Gotcha.
else.
Oh, and
Yeah.
you said downtown. So you're at the talk about you being the manager at Birmingham Central. Tell us a little bit about that.
So Birmingham Central Market it opened last year in October. And so I worked there as a manager. When we started, we had about 6 farmers
Mm-hmm.
and we were open Monday through Friday. And then when COVID hit, then we reduced the days and reduced the farmers. So now we've had 4 farmers that come at the same time. So we have farmers that grow their own stuff. And we just recently added a sister that bake goods that are so
Yeah.
good.
She was
So she
also one of the parents from Black Stars. Sister
yeah, she
Shantae,
used
yeah.
she have my babies. Yeah. She
Aw.
she come and sell treats 2 times a week, and we have a farmer that does preserves, and we have farmer that does the best hot sauce ever,
Ooh, now I gotta get down there.
spiciest hot sauce that you
I,
can. And he's so interesting, he grows all kind of peppers like ghost pepper,
mm-mm,
reaper,
mm-mm,
yeah,
mm-mm, mm-mm.
those
I'm
kind of
not
peppers.
strong enough for all that. But didn't you do hot sauce?
I did a hot sauce. I was kind of homesick, so I went and did a South African hot sauce. It's a little bit thicker, and you have pineapple in it, and it's lightly sweet, not sweet. And I
Yeah.
didn't make it as spicy as I wanted because I know the people I was gonna gift it to, they're not gonna appreciate my spiciness. So
Okay,
I
well,
make.
okay. Because I would have been one of those people. I was like, make mine mild. Look,
Yeah,
we
you
gotta
come
come
by.
in.
My children are eating most of it, so you come by and get. I'll see if I can hide a jar for you.
Oh yeah, I
But
got look because I got to get down there. You doing sheeps and chickens and bees and look, it's a whole Green Acres down there. I don't know if you ever saw that show, but look, we got to come in and say the children already know we fathers don't have the answer. That's why they don't come to them. I know, right? I
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
I know.
But
Unfortunately,
I got here in Talladega because I got in trouble with the city.
oh look, a lot of farmers usually get in trouble for some
Yeah,
reason.
I had 30 beehives in the backyard, and I learned when they came and explained things to me that my limit is 10. Yes. And and I had chicken. I about have 20 chickens, and I was told that my limit was 8.
So okay,
And I hit the roosters.
okay,
And
okay. We always maxing it out. You hid the rooster.
I hit the roosters. Now,
Oh,
now over the summer, I collect rainwater to use it
Mm-hmm.
for my plants.
Yeah.
So in the summertime, the bees would come to the front to collect the water. And then the house I was in, the mailman have to come to the porch. That's where the mailbox was, on the porch. And so we realized we're not getting any more mail.
The business was like, I'm done with this.
So,
Oh my god.
and I was home, and the mailman just zoomed past my house. I was like, "What's wrong?" And one day we look inside the water barrel. The bunch he have taken a stack of mail and put it in a rubber band and threw it. So when he put the mail,
No.
it fell into the water.
Oh
So
no.
he wasn't stopping into our house anymore because of the bees that were in the front yard. So he will wait until he have a stack that he can throw from the road.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
He used to like stop it. Hi, Mrs. Jones. Hi, Mrs. Jones. And all of a sudden he zoomed by, and I didn't know why until I was home and I saw all the bees coming in. I was like, oh,
That's
poor man, he probably
that's
got stuck.
insane. So how many beehives you have now on
Oh
your
my God.
property?
So varroa mites have killed me. So I have about 7 left, from 30 all the way down to 7.
Now what killed you? What was it?
Varroa mites.
Oh yeah, you taught me about the it's veromites. Is that what it is?
Varroa.
Varroa mite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked like a tick. It
Yeah.
attached itself to the bees, and then it make them sick. And
Oh, I
then
should have put that in the yeah. Oh, okay. So okay, we're gonna look at this. It said a statement said, "Did I hear you say that honey is bee poop?" Yeah, the children came home and was like, we eating bee poop. Is that
it's not bee poop.
what is it? What is
So
it?
the bees have like a tongue that is like a straw.
Okay.
So they will go, and then they have like a different sac that they store the nectar. So they will go suction the nectar and take it back to the beehive, and then transfer it to another bee. And that bee is gonna take that nectar and load it into the cell, and then they blow it,
Oh.
like dehydrating, getting extra moisture. Honey is concentrated nectar.
Okay, so
Wait.
because those children came home and taught me that mom, we
No,
eating bee
it's
poop.
not poop. They can say vomit, but it's not quite
So
vomit.
wait, so that we're eating bee vomit.
It's not quite vomit because it's like they have
Wait,
a sack they store it. They
right.
collect the nectar, like they collect the pollen and it goes to their leg pockets. They have like little pockets in their legs. Same
Yes.
thing with the nectar. The nectar they have like like a jar inside where they collect it and go back and
Yeah.
unload it.
Let me tell you something. I have
Hmm.
so much respect for beekeepers. So we're not gonna tell the people that I tried this class, right? So
Well,
since
you did good. You
I
did
oh, you
good.
think so?
We
So
did good.
I have a wonder. I always want to learn new things. Let's learn something new. I want to add beekeeping to my little
You might be African.
resume. Right? Yeah. No, my roots are heavy African. Right? Mixed with a little Jamaican or something. So I tried the class. I think we went to 2 or 3 classes. I don't know, but
Hmm.
it was
No,
interesting.
we went to more. What was
Yeah.
interesting was that the kids. I
Yeah. Oh,
wasn't
actually had somebody.
expecting. I
We had
wasn't.
somebody be.
I wasn't expecting the kids to say, "I'll get on a bee suit." Yeah, let me
Yeah.
see, and crack open the beehive and looking. I wasn't expecting that.
I should have got some footage from them. Hold on, but I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna play a little footage of me, and then y'all better not laugh at me now. I would play just a little clip of me trying to learn how to a little beekeeper. All right, here we go. Let's see. All my hives had no honey because this has been a year now, right? We should have had
Oh my
So
gosh.
the reason, am I doing something wrong while they getting aggressive?
No,
with me?
we're getting close to the queen.
I'm doing something wrong.
So the reason that
Oh my gosh. I can't stand this.
Okay, I don't like it.
you don't like it.
Yeah, wait.
No, this is the
I'm
first
away
time.
from their queen.
We might find it every time I have somebody new. I always find the queen. I promise you, every time I have somebody new,
Oh my gosh.
I always find the queen.
I respect all beekeepers because I'm trying to see could I do this.
When I tell
Hey,
when I tell them which one was you,
right. They know which one is me. Run the one running away. Like I don't want to do this. I don't like
you
all
did
the
good. You did
and then
good. I had somebody say
time to
all
get in the
through.
suit.
All through.
Yeah. No. And then you said, well, you got on a good suit. And your baby was so funny.
He was recording.
Yeah. And you would think that he was like immune to the whole process because he's around so many. He was like, oh my God. I was like, are you afraid? If you're afraid, I'm afraid.
he's funny because he's funny. He's the one that, always be with me when we do the bees. So he's gotten better. The first time he used to just, had a nervous breakdown, but he had to man up.
He did tell me. He said by your third time you'll get it, But he was hollering, so I was a little nervous. So with your business, you already kind of told us that COVID, at the market, that COVID kind of allowed you all had to go down a little bit. So did it affect you on the farm? COVID.
It does because we're not selling as much as we were selling.
Mm.
And then, sometimes when we have a headache, you're thinking, oh, it might be COVID, let me lay down. So so it's kind of, I think in some way we kind of got lazy because you're like, okay, if I do all this planting and do all of this, what I'm gonna do with it? Because it's not too many people.
Right.
That during this time people should be eating more fruits and vegetables, but it don't look like it's the case.
Really? So, but you do preservation, food preservation, right?
I am just learning. I borrowed a kit from you. I haven't used
Right.
yet.
I was gonna call you out.
Somebody just taught me how to make fruit jams.
Okay.
So I did that, and so now I want to try to learn how to do soups and vegetable because during the storm we lost power for about 4 days. So everything I had salsa, I've made salsa and freeze them. I've chopped greens up and freeze them. Everything that I did and froze in my chest freezer, both freezer. I need to have time and clean it out and throw it away because it's no longer good.
So yeah, speaking of freezers, and I'm gonna do a class in the closet. I wish I had known because I would have been down there and we could have exchanged. Because you know what we do, we work together. You show me how to make patterns, I show you how to read the American patterns. All that type of thing. But
yes,
I would definitely be honored to kind of get you started with the soups and things like that with the pressure canning. But that freezing, let me tell you. We didn't lose power, but I didn't know my deep freezer was unplugged for days.
Wow.
So I had so much. You saw all the stuff I was preserving.
Yes.
I had so much food I was trying to cook up in like 2 days, didn't work out. I couldn't even cry about it. So when I tell you I overstand what you're talking about with freezing, and that's something I want to talk about in our food preservation class. Those types of things definitely. How do you troubleshoot that? How many days do you have before you have to discard all of the food? And so I'm gonna cover those things when we get into the class. So I love the fact that you brought that up because that's real.
Yes.
Those are some of the challenges. Now that's just one challenge that you have. What are some of the challenges that you have on the farm right now?
Oh my God. So the land that I'm in, the challenge I'm trying to fix right now, the land that I'm in, it's a virgin land. I'm the first resident, and it had a lot of pine trees and hickory nuts growing. So the soil is very acidic. So before I can grow anything, I need to build up the soil. And I also have 200 chickens. So
when you got 200, you had 20 the last time I talked to you.
200. No, that was in Birmingham. That's in Birmingham. Now, since I'm here in the country, I have 200 chickens.
So you're selling eggs then? Surely
I am. As soon as they start laying, I'm going to be having about 100 eggs a day. So
Yeah.
I'll be calling you. Do you need eggs for your
Of course
pies?
I do. Bean pies. Yes, of course I
Yes.
do.
So they have destroyed my garden. So which means now I need to fence them in because I
I'm
still want them free range.
I'm
So
so
I need to fence them in. Now I have two sheep. I need to fence them in, and I
yeah.
need to prepare for the sheep I'm gonna get in the spring. About 15 females, and so yeah.
What you doing with the sheeps?
I like lamb.
Oh. So I'm not gonna say nothing else.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
should
it.
have known.
I like eggs,
Yeah.
and my kids got so spoiled. You know, a few years back, my oldest had surgery,
All
and
right.
he had to relearn who I was. He didn't know who I was. Every
Mm,
family member have to be reintroduced to him.
mm,
But when it was time for him to eat, I ordered him breakfast, you know, the hospital breakfast, and I ordered him eggs because they say something light. That
mhm.
boy took one bite of those eggs, spit them out, and said, "These are not eggs."
That's that Zulu.
No, no, no. He remembered the eggs, didn't remember
Right.
his
He's
mother.
like, no, this is not it. It isn't that. Look, we didn't develop some bougie children when it comes to their palates. When you eat real
Yeah,
food,
yeah,
our
yeah,
children are
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, no, mm-mm.
That
So
that's it. That's it.
I'm glad you brought something up about the soil because you have a lot of people super excited first to go start a garden or to get a farm. Oh, I'm gonna go live on the land. I laugh
Mm-hmm.
every time I hear that. I laugh, especially if
Mm-hmm.
they never cut their own grass for real. I'm saying, you
Mm-hmm.
want to live off the land? You want to
Mm-hmm.
take care of the land? Start with a garden. And even before starting with the garden, and you just talked about the soil being acidic. Now, because I think it's last year, year before last, I was gonna do last year, last summer, I wanted to do a grow camp. You know, have children out learning how to grow, and I moved to a new property. Just so happened I got the soil tested. We had the soil tested, and it came back, with some heavy metals that we couldn't grow
Ooh.
on that space. So I'm cautioning all people who want to do gardens. Your first step is make sure that your land has been tested. It's worth it because you
Mm-hmm.
have so many areas where people are having cancer, and you're like, well, why? I eat healthy. Yep, but what's
Mm-hmm.
in the soil? So I'm glad you said that. You brought up a very important point
Mm-hmm.
because even for us as chefs and the foodies and restaurants, if we're going through the farmers and it's a big push to eat locally and eat homegrown, things that's grown locally, but
Mm-hmm.
what's in the soil where they're growing, what's being grown. So I'm thankful that you're looking at the land and observing the land. And speaking of land, what's the difference? What would you say is the difference between growing in South Africa versus in the US?
Where I grew up, the land was very rich. I did not remember have to supplement the soil as much as I have to here. We
Wow.
will fertilize. We go to a neighbor that have cows, get the old compost and fertilize once a year. That's it. And we will
Really?
grow. And then the season in South Africa is long because even our winter we grow during winter time. So we will
Okay.
fertilize once a year and that's it. That's it.
Man.
But
Man.
here, oh my God, you work the soil and work the soil, and it take about 3 years. It took me 3 years in the Birmingham house to get the soil from being clay to black soil. And right when it was good, then I had to leave because I got threats from the city that they're gonna find me. So I
Mm.
left my soil and it was good. It was already black. So now I'm
Real
starting
talent.
back here. Yeah.
So what or who inspired you to get into it? And we know that that's kind of like cultural for you to learn how to grow food, but was there any one person or a particular thing that inspired you to say, listen, I want to live like this. I want to grow my food and
My grandmother. I was
mm,
raised by my grandmother. My mother was working, so I stayed home with my grandmother. And she grew a garden. My earliest memory in the garden is me walking into the garden and in the garden bed because I love carrots and picking up carrots and eating them. And every time my grandmama go water the garden, there'll be holes where the carrot was, and she thought it was rabbits until she caught me. I was about 4 years old. So
I love
she had
carrots too.
so she had to teach me how to plant, and I had my own, little garden bed and
Oh,
rows and to eat from it. So I stopped eating her carrots.
I
And
love it.
and
I
then she will, she will grow a lot of greens. She will grow enough to sell.
Oh man,
So
that is
on my way to
awesome.
school, I'll be making deliveries. And then she used to love pork, and she will raise a female and then have the female mated, give birth, and then fatten back up as soon as the babies are weaned, have it fatten up, and then slaughter it and raise the babies, sell most of the babies, and raise just one. So every year we have a lot of pork, and people come in and help her slaughter. She was that woman that you cannot tell her you cannot do this is for men. See, in Africa, a woman, where I grew up, a woman is not supposed to climb on top of the roof and fix the roof. My grandmama would get on the roof and fix it. She would build the house from the ground up.
Right.
And people, it's like,
Wow.
she
So,
would get, she would get two sticks and beat a man up if they tell him
oh my
whatever.
goodness. Now listen, let me ask you this. Now you because you are Zulu, right? So you know
Yes.
the Zulu culture is one of the known to be super proud of their heritage. And do you think being a Zulu woman and all Zulu women warriors like that? Is that because I'm in love with the Zulu? I'm not a Zulu, but I am in love with the Zulu. And
In
you
my family, yes, because you don't mess with my sister. My sister will cut you down into size immediately.
now hope not literally, but yeah.
Not literally, but she
Right.
will cut she's on fire. So in my family, the only person that was little bit sweet in her
It's just got a
younger,
little bit.
well, she was just a little bit sweet and mild, was my mother.
Well,
Now
you're sweet.
she's a
You're sweet.
fireball.
You're
Now she's a
sweet.
fireball.
You're sweet until somebody get at your children, and that's a different type of situation. That's a different type of
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
Yeah,
That 9 months is no joke. You can't mess with that. You can't mess with that.
I love it. I love it. So being on the farm, having that life, which everybody talk about. You look, I'm gonna say this, just like they say, gang banger. You're not about that life. Y'all just don't know. Y'all really not about that life unless you got out there. Hold on, hold
Mhm.
on. I got a couple of things that scary cat be talking all that smack. I don't know. Maybe he talking about me. I don't know. So
But
on the
well, to those people that say they want to live off the land, what I would suggest is find a farmer and go
yes,
just spend a day,
one day, couple
just one
hours.
day learning all that you have to do, because we have no day offs.
Come on
On
now.
Sunday, like today was Sunday, I was off from my regular, 9 to 5, but I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go pick up the sheep and go exchange just change the hand for a roaster,
Yeah,
come
no.
back home, and I work my babies and my husband to death. They're ready to run to the north.
To the north.
They're ready to follow Harriet Tubman.
Man, you got to be a specially made person to want to just be about that life. I mean, it's not for everybody. Now, give me a garden. I'm not gonna talk like I can handle a whole farm because I'll get out there once or twice a month. But we work at Bush Hills Community Garden now and farm, and I'm like, I'm coming once a week.
Once a
Once
week.
a week.
You
That's for the
see,
babies.
you
So
see, Sister Ona say free range eggs are the best for
oh yeah,
baking.
oh yeah, I bear witness to that. I bear witness to that. Matter of fact, I think that's what I'm gonna do for my customer appreciation. For Magic City Flavors customer appreciation. Those are my loyal customers with for bean pies. I'm gonna use some all organic from the butter, from the chickens, free range chicken. Like you're gonna have the purest pie that you have
Ooh,
ever tasted. Organic beans, that's gonna be for customer appreciation. You just gave me the idea, so I'm excited about it.
nice.
Brother Jordan said 200 chickens. Yes, sir. She is
Two
about
hundred
that
chickens.
life. So what's your most useful tool out there on the farm?
Oh my God. Let me see. Useful tool. Girl, I use all kind of tool.
I know,
Right
right?
now, right now I have a table saw I need to learn how to use.
But the one you can't do without. Oh wait, this is funny right here. He called you the carrot napper. You look at carrot napper.
I was. My grandmama knew her carrot was ready because she's gonna go in and find holes, and I'll volunteer to water. I'm like, I'm gonna
Right.
water the garden because
Yeah.
so I can, and I finally knew, how big the leaves need to be for the carrots to be ready. I
That's
was on,
crazy.
I napped them with carrots up.
Wow. But you know, with the tools, the reason why I asked about the tool, everybody has like that one tool that's hard to live without. Like you see that you use it a lot. So I know in farming you need a lot of stuff. Like if you didn't have this tool, it'll make your job much harder.
I will tell you what I want to have that I know it will make it different in my farm. The tool that I really need is a tractor.
Oh, y'all hear that? If we have anybody out there who want to see a woman, a family, a black business, and I'm sure she'll feed you chickens, lamb. Well, we get some
Hi,
lamb,
eggs,
fresh
honey.
lamb, eggs
So
constantly. Some of these people, I know people with farm equipment and all this other stuff, but they don't have the help. So I might be looking out for you on that because I can't do nothing with a tractor. I just look
no,
at it,
that's
it's
what
like
I need right now. Like
yeah. Speaking of that, what are your needs? Like, what's your vision, and what are your needs for
Ooh,
to go next level?
my vision is big because
Let's do it.
I know a lot of people that live in a city that want to know what farming is like. So I would like my farm to be open to groups that want to come in, the kids, because I had a classmate when I was in college that never had a chicken joint, but
Mm,
never touched a live chicken.
They probably some of these babies probably don't even know eggs come from chicken for
Exactly.
real.
Yeah. So that's like the next vision. That's to have it open
Right.
where you can come and spend a day and know where the chicken, even slaughter a chicken.
Now, see, I'm
Thokozani,
with it though. Like,
Thokozani will host that class to slaughter the chicken.
so let me know when you're ready for that because I know I want to do that. I want to.
Okay.
So my grandmother used to do it or whatever, but yeah, I want my children now. So now I just found out that she didn't just find this out, but my 6-year-old, she just completely thought about the fact that chicken, the eggs are like the embryo for the baby chicken. So now she's
Oh,
kind of looking at all my children went through this because they were vegetarians. And so eggs, we relied heavily on eggs too. So she started thinking, wait, we're eating the baby chicken. So now she's just not. We have
no,
to put the
so
egg
you can
thing.
spin that. That's the the yolk
Yeah, no,
is
she is still
actually
a baby
is
chicken for
the
her. Yeah, it's still the same.
the yolk is the food for the baby chick. It's
Okay, I'm
not
gonna tell her
actually
that.
the baby chick. Tell it, when the egg is fertilized and then the baby chick grows, the baby chick feed on the yolk like the baby feed through the mother.
Mm-hmm.
So the yolk, it's what feed the baby chick. It's not necessarily the baby chick.
Now is that true now? Because I
That's true. Look it
okay,
up.
I'll just
The
learn something.
yolk is what feed the chicken as the chicken grows.
Okay. Now I feel
Yes.
better. We not now I can tell Waleed too, because when he was the same age, he was like, no, but this is the same dude that told me honey was bee poo. So we can't really listen
The
to that.
one play too much.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm right here telling everybody, yeah, it's bee poo. And I got the book,
No,
right?
no. You don't come that end. You come on the
Right.
front
So it's still regurgitation
end.
of being I'm sorry. That's what it is. This is like birds feeding the baby. I get it. So with honey being is that your major product? Honey and
So
like
far,
bee?
that's my major product. But
Okay.
and when spring start and the chicken start laying, I'm gonna have 200 eggs a day. So that will be the next
And I'm gonna
product.
be that customer. I promise you that. So do you have
That's
honey
gonna.
now? Do you have honey available for sale now?
So I have honey, but that's not mine because mine I have like a list of customers,
Mm-hmm.
and my list kind of got longer. It's close to 100. So
That's why I
when
hold this like goal. Y'all done had this for months.
I'm so thankful for that. Thankful. So
Because
when
I
I
don't know.
harvest my honey, it's already sold before I
I
even jar
know.
it up.
I don't play. See, this is like I don't. So I was using this with coffee, right? I use this in
Yes.
my coffee and everything. So I use two of them, and this
Mm-hmm.
is my last jar. So this is like my Corona. I put this with all of my little, secret immune boosting stuff. I'll use this. Not so. This is liquid gold, and this is literally gold
Let's
for me.
let go. Oh,
Yeah,
there's something else I made with honey. It was kombucha. I
yeah.
made
Oh
I
my
made
God, your
it's called
kombucha.
June. It's called June and it's made with honey.
Now, somebody told me I was getting a little tipsy off your kombucha because I was.
My husband said that, but
I don't know. Now I was
now
drinking it.
ginger beer. Now when I make ginger beer,
You are.
people got they do get tipsy out of that ginger beer.
Oh my goodness! Listen, I was taking that kombucha today. Like I was like, I need more. You know what I'm saying? It was just going. It was so good. And you said you put
Thank
honey in it.
you.
You
Yeah,
put.
instead of sugar, I use honey.
Oh my
So
god.
that it's mostly used in Europe, and they call it
Mm.
June. Jun.
You right? Okay. Okay.
They call
Cool.
it Jun. It's called June. It's not called kombucha because you use honey. But it's the same process. I use green tea because I like the light color.
Mm-hmm.
So I use green tea and
And
then
it's a light flavor. It's a light flavor. But so how much you sell the honey for? Like this size? This is an 8 ounce, right?
so the 8 ounce is 6, the 12 ounce is 8, and then the 16 ounce is 10, and then I have a 32 ounce for 20, and then a 6 pound for 50. Now the 6 pound you get a pound free, and then I have a 12
Hmm.
pound I got a 12 pound for 100, and then the 12 pound that mean you paying for 10 pound and you getting 2 pound free.
Oh wow. See now, is this your honey or this is the one you're selling now?
Now, my honey, I sell it like that. The one I'm selling now, I just bought. Is already bottled, and he have already have the gentleman's logo. He have about 490 beehives.
Wow. Is he in the southeast as well?
He's close to me. He's in Easterburger.
Okay. Okay. So he's
When I
still in the
talked to
boat.
him early summer, he had close to 600, and he lost some, and now
That's
he's down
great.
to 490.
So the name of your company, now, how did you come up with that name?
So my husband came up with Green Light Farm.
Ah,
And so when I like Green Light, but I didn't want to call it farm because I wanted to be obvious I'm dealing with bees. So I say Green
mhm.
Light Apiary.
Yeah, so I didn't know what apiary was. I had to.
Apiary.
Once I got into I was like, what is this? I like help me understand. I went to public school. I don't know.
So
I'm just
if I want to
public
use,
school is okay.
yeah, if I want to use fancy words, I'll say I'm an apiarist.
Right. Yeah, it's like
Yes.
the
So
housing for
basic,
these.
it's just a fancy word of I'm a beekeeper.
Right, right. That's what I looked at. I was like, this is it. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking about medicine and everything. I'm like, I don't know. Is this an African word? It was terrible
No.
in my brain. It was so terrible. But look, okay, so this is a culinary talk show. Now, I gotta give
Yes.
y'all, I'm always gonna give a shout out to farmers, first and
Mhm.
foremost, and even more so a beekeeper. Now, I will say this. I was doing some research, and some people are against beekeeping. Did you know that?
I've had there's some hardcore vegans
Yeah,
that are against beekeeping, but this is the thing. Right now, bees are endangered species.
exactly.
If we don't interfere and start raising bees and helping make sure they survive, we're gonna lose about 70% of our food.
And then a few years back, we've been faced with that, and it's
Hmm.
happening still. So I'm super proud of all of those of you all who are being trained, and it took up the mantle to grow food, because I don't
Hmm.
care how many chefs you have on the planet and how many restaurants you have open. If you do not have the source and the essence of where it comes from, I mean, you might as well leave it alone. So with you being from South Africa. I got to come up with some dishes. I need to hear some dishes. What is the most popular dish in South Africa?
Oh my God. We like curries.
You say the curries?
Curry. You call them stews. We call them
Okay,
curry.
okay, got you, got you.
Yes. So, like growing up, my grandmama was into red meat. So she would cook a mean beef curry.
Mm.
Yes.
And
And
then was there any ingredient that you were able to have there that's not here, that's not typically grown here?
well, when you home, there are a lot of things you do when you're homesick.
Mm.
So I have drove all around Alabama until I found everything that I needed. I
Cool,
have went
cool.
to Hoover. There's an Indian store in Hoover. Mr. Chen in Green Spring.
Mhm.
There's another Mexican store, Mi Pablo. I have
Yeah.
went everywhere and collected everything that I need.
So what is one of those ingredients that is not like most people use or whatever, and you had to kind of go to those places to get? Give me an
There are these cubes that we use to season. Now
example.
I stopped using them when my son became diabetic. But there was these cubes, like bouillon
Right,
cubes.
right.
So we call them Norox, and they are
Mm.
different. There are different brands that the other brands is just not right. You have to
Right.
get that brand.
You taste the
Same thing,
difference.
same thing. Yeah, same thing with fruit juice. There are juices that I have to go when I'm homesick. I just have to go to Whole Food. Like I like lychee juice, so I can
Mm.
only find it at Whole Food because
Interesting.
that's my favorite fruit. It looked like a strawberry, but it have like a hard shell, and when you open it on the inside is clear, and it have a
Wow.
really big brown seeds on the inside.
And what is
So
it called
that's
now?
like my favorite. It's called lychee.
Lychee. Oh
L
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
that's my favorite fruit. So those are the things that I have to go find it.
Oh, that's cool. So I've never tasted. I've tasted your cooking, which is really delicious. But
Thank
I
you.
wouldn't want to. I don't know if it was like an African dish. I don't like to call it African if it's
It,
just. I don't know.
well, it was an African dish with the spin of, because my husband is American,
Right.
so I have to make the dish in between. So I will
Right.
substitute things to make palatable to him.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Like there is a dishes I really like that you cook beans. Once the beans soft, you add cornmeal on it, not the self-rising cornmeal. It has
Uh-huh.
to be plain cornmeal, and you make like a pop. Nigerian call it fufu,
Oh,
but
I was just
fufu
gonna ask you. Yeah.
so it have a texture of fufu, but it's
Mm.
not fufu because fufu is made with cassava. This dish is made with cornmeal, and we call it pap. That's my favorite dish.
Oh, cool. So you need to
So
make that for Kwanzaa one day, like when we have, or we should do like a show or something. Look at, I'm getting ideas, April. Stay focused, stay focused. Look, I'm like, let's do a virtual like African dish. Okay,
mhm.
calm down. I'm gonna calm down. So speaking of dishes and pairing, so what we do, we typically like to pair different foods, and so I want you to tell us, being that you have so much honey around, what's your favorite dish, or what's a really cool dish to use with honey, that pair with honey?
What we've been doing in this house is that pancakes.
Really?
We don't buy syrup. We use
So
honey.
I've done that. I've done that on it.
So
You
we
know,
use honey.
I'm into tree tapping, right? Y'all don't have any walnut trees over there, do you?
We have.
Like,
I was just talking to my husband. We have hickory nuts.
I think you can. I think you can tap that. Don't let me come over there and see. I'm gonna research the hickory tree,
Yes,
and
we
see
have a
what
lot
the
of
flavors.
hickory nuts.
Yeah.
But so, and when we're making, like, when we sometimes we do like vegan, and then so if I want ice cream, we use bananas, so we add like a little honey in the bananas. So most of our desserts, most of treats, we will use honey. If it's
Ah.
something sweet, we will use honey. Now, I'm funny about food. I don't like sweet and salty.
Now, how is this working for you in life? How do you not like sweet and salty?
I cannot, like, when you go to this big event, it might be
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, and then they have candy yams.
Yeah.
So when I fix my plate, candy yams go to a different bowl.
Oh, I got you.
So
I
I'm
got
gonna eat everything salty, and then my dessert is gonna be the candy yam. And
Interesting.
then y'all put too much sugar in your food.
Hey, you see what the Americans look like. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
No, you see what I look like now since I'm
Right.
here.
So
I've
you
gained
put it
about
on.
50 pounds.
Yeah,
Since
we do.
being here, I've
Look,
gained
we
about
do.
50 pounds.
We
When I
do.
go home, they no longer call me South African, they call me American.
Oh, poor
They say
baby.
you got so fat, you just American.
Oh my goodness. I thought they like them chubby. I thought Africans love
Not this
a little
chubby,
meat on the
not
bone.
this chubby. They call this overweight.
Listen, well,
You have to,
I
just
won
wanna,
that. I
uh,
won. I need to go to the country where overweight is okay. Nah, I'm gonna get this off. I'm gonna get this off. But look, so we have chocolate. We gotta
oh,
share
love
chocolate. Oh
chocolate.
wait. Oh, look at this.
What happened?
True. Sister Ona said
Huh?
honey glazed
Honey
fish.
glazed fish.
Yes. So what I did, well, I added mustard, Dijon mustard with mine, and I'll glaze honey. I take my honey, not this one, because this sacred honey right here. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. I know what the name is, but it's sacred to me. But yeah, I put that on the fish, and I use a lot of honey because, like she said, Americans like sweets. But I like that on a salmon, especially a white fish, maybe not so much, not for me. But I like a
Mhm.
fattier fish with that honey glaze on it. But that's cool. That's a good one. That's a real good one. So we're gonna play Would You Rather on the with chocolate.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I gotta have some chocolate pairing over here. So I'm
Okay.
gonna give you a couple of things, and I'm gonna compare them, and you tell me which one you would rather eat chocolate with or compare it with chocolate.
Okay.
Would you rather have, and I'm saying this because Brother Thyme was on here and I love that seasoning. So I got it in my it's all over the house. So would you rather have chocolate and thyme or chocolate and basil?
Hmm. I cannot see basil with chocolate.
Really?
I
I think
cannot.
I had it before. I can't remember. I tried a lot of crazy stuff.
But I associate time with lamb.
Oh, yep, because it's
So
very earthy. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I'll go back to basil. I say I will try chocolate with basil.
Yeah, because you got the sweet basil and you can mix it all in there. I'm trying to remember. I think I did do something just to try it out a little bit, and it actually works. It really does.
Mm,
Okay,
okay.
chocolate and pineapples, or chocolate and dragon fruit.
Ooh, they're both real good. I would say dragon fruit because
Mhm.
pineapple is really sweet.
Right,
And
right.
dragon fruit is not that sweet. So I'll say dragon fruit.
And it also depends on which chocolate you're using. If you're using a dark chocolate or if you're using just it's just the way you use the chocolate. But I agree with you with the dragon fruit. Okay, now this one might get you a little bit.
Okay.
Chocolate and rutabaga, or chocolate and potatoes. And I don't mean sweet potatoes. I mean potatoes, just regular white potatoes.
I like I like almost all of the vegetable with the exception of rutabaga.
What?
I know. I know. So my first my first time eating rutabaga, it was from those stir fry kits that you buy at the store,
Oh, no,
frozen
no, 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 no.
section.
I'm now you making me have to go fix you some rutabaga. Yeah, you
Okay.
making me. I'm gonna have to do something for you.
Okay.
I'll eat
So
rutabaga like, oh my goodness, and
so
especially
that
if
turned
it's,
me
yeah,
off.
if it
So I would try with the potato instead of
okay,
rutabaga because so far the jury's out when it comes to rutabaga.
you don't like the rutabaga. Okay, so we're gonna
I'll
go to
give
the
it
best.
another chance, but as for right now,
Well, now
no.
that I know your palate is not fond of sweet and salty, we know not to put like a sweet spin on the rutabaga. So I know that much. So we got chocolate and chai tea, or chocolate and matcha tea.
Ooh, I think chai because
Mm-hmm.
matcha. I drink matcha every day, but I think chai because you have those spices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'll go with chai.
That's exactly what I said. I'll say, Sister Una says, honey and sriracha mix. Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you, I got some in there. I'm about to make my own sriracha, which is super easy to make some sriracha mayo. And I think I'm gonna try some of that honey in there. I wasn't thinking about that. That
Ooh,
was a good tip. But that's
sriracha mayo.
yeah, because I'm sick of the children buying sriracha mayo, so I want to go ahead and I'm just like, let's just make it. It's so much better. I know it is. So I told them this week, well, I told this week we were gonna make some sriracha mayo. So I gotta go get me
Oh,
some
nice.
yes, some sriracha
Tabani.
peppers, and that honey. Since the only just gave us an idea with that honey. That's why I love this show. You get so many
Yeah.
ideas. It's crazy.
Now
So
Tabani made a mayo that was so good. He caught his brothers eating it with a spoon.
what did he use in his mayo?
See, he's a scientist.
Oh yes,
That
he
that
is.
that is very secretive about his ingredients because
Okay,
he don't
we're gonna
want
leave
it
it
to
alone.
steal his recipe.
Well, I will say this about mayo. When we're making homemade mayo, because I just did this with the students in the class, a lot of people in a lot of recipes, you'll see them say olive oil. Olive oil is too heavy in taste
Mm-hmm.
for mayo, so you're not gonna like homemade mayo if you make it with olive oil. So you want something really nice and a really light oil. You can use grapeseed oil, but
That's
you want
what
to
he
be careful with
used.
that. Yeah, grapeseed oil. I
That's what
use
he used.
what did I use? I used avocado oil because avocado was still light in taste, and it actually
Mm.
good taste. So it was very
Oh,
close. Yeah, it was very close to the with the consistency and everything. So I love the avocado oil when it comes to that. So
okay.
y'all try that out. You just need an
I'm
egg.
gonna we'll try
Like,
that one up. Hopefully he'll let me see how we made it this time.
yeah, it's so simple. It's so simple. Okay, so I have really enjoyed the truth about what your life is like. I'm serious, and I'm glad you got.
Chaotic.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
what I'm saying.
chaotic.
Like, oh my goodness. And I don't know if they saw you with the chickens on the promo, got all the chickens all around, it's real. So I think if you can leave any type of I like to call this segment, the last segment of the show, inspirational vitamin. So leave us with some type of word of motivation or inspiration so that moving forward, especially for farmers, if you have any farmers that may be watching and they're like, man, is this my life? Should I continue? What would you say to them?
I would say, always leave a room for you to learn more because
Mm,
always leave a room to learn more because somebody may do something different. Like for me, I'm notorious of doing things different because I learned to farm in Africa. I took
right,
agriculture classes all through high school. So I kind of do things different. So
right.
never be, never be where you say I know everything.
I was
Basically,
just
don't be know it all. Be
right.
open to learn something different. And there are many ways to skin a cat. So just because you're doing it this way and I do it this way, it doesn't mean one of us is wrong. We're just doing it
Right.
different.
It's
Yeah.
just the method.
Just
Your
mhm,
mother may have taught you that 5 plus 2 is 7, and my mother may have taught me that six
two
plus
plus
one is
five,
7. But we're still getting to one. I mean 7.
7.
So
Mhm.
that's the thing. It's just the path that we take, and I totally agree with you. So let's leave the people. If somebody want to get in touch with you for some good honey, or come get some eggs when they're ready, or find out more about the Birmingham Central Market, I'm gonna put it up here. But tell us how to get in contact with you.
So you can my number you can get me through my cell phone. If I don't answer, it's probably I'm busy rescuing the sheep or something. So leave it. Send me a text if you call I don't answer. It's 205-587-2017.
Oh, what I got up here?
I
Where
have
that
no
came from?
idea. It's 9153.
Oh, this
And
not even. You know what? That's not your stuff.
it's 205-587-2017.
Woo, that's new.
And I am on Facebook. Nonhlanhla Mamkhize Jones. You will know because you'll be a crazy woman dancing in the middle of the street. That's my page. And I am on Instagram. I haven't mastered Twitter yet. I guess since the former president was on Twitter so much, I don't know. I haven't
You just
mastered
love Twitter a lot. Look, I haven't done Twitter either. It's just even before the president stuff, I just haven't. Me and Twitter, I'm like, do I really know somebody on Twitter? Yeah, they on there though. They really are.
Yeah, in there, I don't know, because I was shocked when I went on Instagram and I started seeing people. I was like, oh, there are people on Instagram that I know. I didn't think it's anybody I know. My kids kept begging me. So my Instagram is the real Atlanta Jones. That's me on Instagram. But the best is text, and then you can message me on Facebook. I started checking my messages at least once a day, so I will eventually respond.
Spectrum is coming out tomorrow. Now, if that was on my end, somebody about to get some free service because I am Ethernet connected. Listen, I've been having a whole conversation with them. I hate to divorce them, but it might be coming to that because
I'm about to divorce mine because I'm paying them and I'm not getting no internet.
So, really? So I don't know if that one was on you or me, but I know I'm directly
no. The phone. That's why I'm using the phone, not the computer, because I cannot get internet on the laptop. I'm divorcing them.
Streaming
service 1 year, but it wasn't good for me because I got 6 months out of the year. So
that's what I'm saying. That's crazy. And so what I'm gonna do, because I apologize for not having your contact information in here. I guess I was moving too fast. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it in the comments here on YouTube and on Facebook. So if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, they can, if they're watching the show, they can always refer back to that. But we thank you so much for
and then
coming.
If anybody want to have bees next year, I can help them set up.
I like that. I hate that we didn't talk about that because you do go out and you teach. You can do teach the beekeeping, and you also kind of go catch the bees when they're doing swarms, right?
Yes. Anybody, if you see a swarm hanging somewhere, you let me know. If there are bees in the house, now I will come and get the bees at the house, but I do not know how to fix the damage I will make breaking your wall.
Like I might tear up your house.
I will tear up your house.
I'll get the bees
and get the bees out. You just need to have somebody else on the side ready to fix it.
That's it. Look, y'all gotta add the repair service in the fee or something like that. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much, Sister Naklanka, for taking time out of your busy day, which is every day, because I appreciate this. And I know it's necessary for the people to get this type of information. And you guys, if y'all want to keep hearing about or receiving this type of information, please reach out to us, make donations. We take in Cash App, whatever, because we want to bring to you, we want to continue bringing to you all the type of resources and featuring all these wonderful minds that we have. Now, Sister Naklanka is in Birmingham, but we feature people from all over. Yeah, Talladega. I gotta get that right. She's in Alabama. How about that? She's in Alabama, but we're gonna have farmers from all over the place, from New York, because I want people to hear the different regions. So definitely, if you like to make a donation, I hate asking for donations, and I had to realize I have a business. I was the other day, I was thinking, I was like, I don't promote my business, and I think that's something because I'm a giver. Yeah, really. And like Sister Naklanka, if you know somebody with a tractor that's just sitting there collecting rainwater, basically, put it to good use. We have a farmer right here in need of a tractor. So yeah, you can hit us up if you want a Magic City bean pie, if you want to order some desserts for your holidays. We got the carrot cake, we got the red velvet, we got the chocolate, chocolate. Gotta have chocolate cake.
Gotta have chocolate.
Yeah, so you can reach out to us. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So
thank
you are so good.
So much. Well, you go get some rest because you deserve it. And
one day we're
gonna do our bed. Right, I know, right? I'm sure you smelling like lamb and all that other extra
Yes.
chicken stuff.
You
Woo,
don't want to
child.
know.
Look, we need to do an episode on how to stay cute as a farmer because you still looking cute. How you look cute as a farmer,
I
though?
don't know.
How
I
you do
didn't feel
that?
like
Hey, that's a special show. That's a special show right there. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, sis. You know I love you. You know you got my
love you
heart.
too. Love you too. I'll
All right.
post a video of the sheep tomorrow. So
You do okay.
yep.
Please, because I want to share it. I'm gonna share it on our page. She gonna show
All
us.
right. All right. All right.
All right, sis. You have a good night. And thank
You
y'all for
too.
watching. Peace.
Yeah.